We're excited to participate, and to me, what's the best game in college basketball tomorrow on the Skyline Crosstown Shootout against Cincinnati, a Cincinnati team that's really going to challenge us on both ends of the floor. You know, as usual with Mick Cronin's teams, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. They're a phenomenal defensive team. It's going to be a great challenge for us. I'm excited to see kind of continue the growth of our teams, be the first true road game that we've had with our current team, and we're excited to play.
Travis, I think the biggest question fans have right now is how is Tyreek Jones doing and will he play tomorrow?
You know, it's still day to day, you know, or even hour to hour, Shana, kind of where he's at. You know, it's going to kind of have to be obviously up to him and doctors. We don't want to put him ever in harm's way. But I know he wants to play. So we'll kind of see kind of how it goes over the next few days or few hours here. Hopefully he'll be able to go. And if not, it's next man up.
Will he be able to try to practice today, or are you going to hold him out again today from practice?
It's even been a little bit hour to hour with that as well, Adam. So hopefully he'll give it a try and see how it goes. But obviously that's up to him and Dave Fluker. I'm still kind of waiting final word on that as well.
You mentioned the challenges that a team like UC presents. Obviously, they're a tough defensive team. How do you go about attacking them? Like, what's kind of the strategy without giving away your entire game plan to kind of attack them and get good shots?
You know, I think number one, you know, they're a tremendous defensive team. You know, they have great length. They play with great toughness. They're athletic at every position, 1 through 5, and they're deep. They're deep. I mean, he can go 10 deep, and he uses that to his advantage. You know, with his press, switching man to man. Matchup zone, everything that they do, you know, they really try to create a lot of havoc and put their opponent under a lot of duress. And you know, I think, again, I've said this before, I think it's a player's game, and you know, it's we want our guys to play loose, be aggressive. If there's a shot, you take the shot. You don't second guess yourself ever in this game. And I think that's our mentality. We're going to go down. We're going to attack. That's how we play. That's how we recruit. And that's the only way our players know.
You said it's a player's game when you have so many players that you've been a part of it as an assistant before, but so many players, new guys that haven't been in this game. What advice do you give them going to that arena, playing in this rivalry game? They've all played in rivalries, of course, in high school, maybe the other schools, but it's new for them. What do you warn them, or how do you prepare them for this game?
You know, number one, I told those guys to have fun. I mean, like I said, this will be a moment that they'll always remember for the rest of their life. Whether it's the grad transfers like Kyle Caslin and Zach Hankins and Ryan Wellage. And they've been in, like you said, rivalry games before. You know, Ferris State, I'm sure, at the Division II level, they have a rival. This may be it just on steroids, right? And, you know, so, again, I think those guys, I want them to have fun, embrace it. There's going to be some ups and downs. Fifth Third's going to go crazy. They're going to go on a 9-0, 10-0 run, whether it's at the end of the game, beginning of the game, middle of the game. They're going to go on a run. And this goes down the same thing we do every day in practice. So what's our response? I just want our team to look how we practice every single day. And if we do that, we'll live with the results, whatever they are. And I have a feeling they'll end up being good if that's the case.
Travis, the phrase "a player's game," Chris would use that phrase. You obviously use it today. What makes this a player's game? How is this one different than maybe a Big East game in the middle of the season? Is it just more freedom for the players, less sets you call? What makes it more of a player's game?
Yeah, there's going to definitely be less sets. And, you know, I think a little bit of it is how you see guards, Joe, like, you know, because they pressure you so much, and, you know, you can't look at the bench. I mean, the arena's going to be going nuts. It's going to be going crazy, you know, and it is. It's a true player's game. It's about toughness. It's about hustle plays. It's about being the aggressor, attacking mentality. I think that's how you have to play in a rival game, and that's how way we've always played here since I've been here in the last 10 years with this UC game. So, and that will not change.
Both rosters are a lot different than last year. What do you see different from UC this year, just maybe player-wise? Guys have taken on bigger responsibilities or different ways they get those guys open? Yeah, you know, number one, Cumberland's a tremendous player. Man, he can score the ball in a lot of ways. You know, obviously, you know, his freshman year in the shootout, he was tremendous. He was the difference maker. He was the difference maker when they beat us there 2 years ago. You know, he's a freight train in transition, and he's got NBA range, you know, video game range. He can drive the ball as well. He can create separation. He is
he is as good of a guard as we're going to see all year. I think Trey Scott has really, really gotten better for them. Last year was different. They had Gary Clark. They had Kyle Washington. Trey Scott is a guy I think they can really rely on. He can score the ball in the low post. He can face you up a little bit. He's versatile. He can drive the ball. And they do it by committee. Shannon, they have a lot of guys, to me, that can do it. Keith Williams has gotten a lot better. I mean, he's shown a tremendous amount of improvement going from his freshman year to his sophomore year. He is one of the best offensive rebounders in the country. He is an elite driver, paint touch guy. And again, they can get a lot. Justin Jennifer shooting the ball really well for them. They've done a really good job of kind of scoring by committee. And like I said, their depth. They're able to play 10 guys, and they're 10 good. So I think that's a strength of their teams. But I think they have a lot of talent, and I think Mick's doing a really, really good job with those guys.
Have you given much thought to what you're going to say to your team before this game, what you kind of want them to walk out there on the floor thinking about?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing that I've kind of given them the game plan. And I think they know it right now already. Like we didn't practice very long yesterday just because we played the night before, and we were trying to get some guys healthy yesterday. But again, have fun, embrace the environment, and embrace it. Again, because it will be something that those guys will always remember for the rest of their lives, and compete. And again, this is what a true competitor wants. You want to be in these type of games. There's former players. I know Byron Larkin's in here. Man, he would do anything to play in this game again. And so take advantage of it. Don't live with any regrets. We want to be the aggressor. We want to have attack mentality.
What is your relationship with Mick? Just having been in the same town for so long.
Honestly, he's always been really nice to me, Shannon. We don't see each other a ton. We'll see each other every once in a while on the recruiting trail, every once in a while, but rarely, just to be honest, even though we're in the same city. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but, I would say it's cordial. I wouldn't say that we know each other great, but, I respect him, though. I think he does a really good job. He's done a great job building up that UC program and making it he's been very consistent, which I think is really hard to do in college basketball nowadays with all the transfers and got early entrant guys into the NBA. I mean, he's made UC into a consistent performer into the NCAA tournament, which is a hard task to do. And that's to me, that's the biggest compliment that I can give a program, is just that consistency. That's what everybody strives for, and UC's done that, and Mick's done that.
We talked about Tyreek and his availability for Saturday, but do you expect Quentin to be back? I know Quentin practiced yesterday. I saw him walking around here today. You expect him to be back for Saturday? I
do. I think he's feeling better. He felt good enough to practice yesterday. I know he was really, really disappointed he couldn't play on Wednesday night against Ohio. And I kept on calling him Ohio U. I apologize. It is Ohio. I read it in my media notes. So I apologize about that. But Q, he's a pleaser. He's a team guy. He wants to win. He wants to compete. It was good. I think he got some extra shots up today as well, which is good to see. I know he's really excited to be able to go back over to Fifth Third tomorrow.
Anticipation is building for the question. Hey, Travis, every coach has a different philosophy on rivalries, and I think this might go more into football, where coaches really build it up as the game of the year. This is the game we got to win kind of thing. And other coaches, or it's just another game, and try to keep their players poised that way. Mm-hmm. Where do you fall on philosophy of a rivalry game and the importance of it, and how you kind of want to emphasize that to your players?
To me, again, I think the political answer, every coach is going, it's just another game. It's not just another game. I mean, this is the game, and we're playing. We're all in to win it, and just like they are. Trust me, they're preparing like this is the game too. And again, this is a huge game for us. It's a great opportunity. I mean, for us, we obviously are in goal. We want to be in the NCAA tournament, right? And if we have an opportunity to go to UC and win, that's a big win. That is a big win because they're a very good team. because trust me, they are going to be in the NCAA tournament. And so again, it's a quality of opponent, obviously, but it's a rivalry game as well. So our guys know it, and we're going to be at our best. We're going to be competing on every single possession.